We are live, I think. Ugh. All right, let's see. Let me adjust some things here. Hello, everybody. I hope this is coming through okay. I've been changing up the studio, changing up some of the equipment, and changing the way I do live streams. So if the audio is weird or anything's weird, I apologize. We'll get that fixed shortly. But it's been a while since I've seen anybody or talked to anybody on YouTube or through the podcast or anything. So I wanted to just pop in and do a just short little live stream just to say hello and to give you some updates on things that are going on in the Curious About Cannabis world and what to expect of things to come. So, first of all, if you've been following the Curious About Cannabis podcast, you've probably noticed I haven't posted an episode since July, I think. So, it's been a few months since I've released an episode. Basically, some of my equipment in my studio has started to fail me, and I've been having to work on some replacements, and all of this stuff costs way more money than it should, and I don't have much money, so it takes a little while for me to come back from setbacks like that. So um, I've figured out some new ways to do my setup to try to get past that equipment failure. I think I've got it all figured out, so we should be starting recordings for new podcast episodes soon. And I'll definitely have at least some like guest lectures and things I'll be releasing on the podcast by the sometime this month, probably within the next week or two. I'll have some new episodes finally coming out on the podcast. So, first of all, I wanted to say thank you immensely to those of you that are members of the Curious About Cannabis membership platform, because all of the support that we get through that platform is what helps to pay for fixing stuff when it goes down and trying to just keep all of this going. So, there's about a couple dozen of you. I know there's a kind of a core team of you that have been supporting Curious About Cannabis along the way. You know who you are, and I really appreciate it. And if any of you that are subscribed to the channel or are fans of the Curious About Cannabis podcast, if you want to help see us grow and continue into the future, I mean, we've been doing this since 2019, and it's all been just my passion project trying to make this all happen. But if you want to help support us and try to see this thing grow, go to member.cacpodcast.com, and for $4.99 a month you can become a paid member, and there you get access to courses, you get access to our resource library, which has every podcast I've ever done, just about every video I've ever made. Everything that I create goes into this resource library, and every paid member has access to that. And I've now got it set up where if you want to just pay a one-time fee and be a member for life, there's a way to do that too. So I know some people aren't really into the monthly memberships and having to pay over and over and over again. You just want to pay for something and have it. So I totally understand that. So I created a way that you can do that too. So if you want to support Curious About Cannabis and you want to get access to everything in the Curious About Cannabis ecosystem, go check that out at member.cacpodcast.com. Other updates that we have going on: the masterclass is coming up in March of 2024. If you don't know, the Curious About Cannabis masterclass is a really epic cannabis event. It runs from March till the end of August, so it's at least 6 months long. Sometimes it goes longer, and I teach it. We get together every couple of weeks for live class meetings, and then those are recorded, so if you can't make the live meetings, it's not a big deal. You can catch up on your own, and I basically work with you along this whole 6 month period of time to try to figure out what you're passionate about, what you want to learn about, and I try to give you all of the knowledge and skills and resources I can to make sure that you establish a very good foundational understanding about cannabis science and all the nuances around these products and how they're made, how they're tested, how they affect the body, all of that sort of thing. But then also whatever you're uniquely interested in, to give you that space to really dive into it and to teach others about it. So it's a really unique experience. It's all really individualized, and I don't think there's any other cannabis event or course like this that I've found so far. And I have a lot of students that take my classes each year that have taken all of the other well-known, cannabis courses out there. And time again, I'm told that the Curious About Cannabis Masterclass is something special. And we only take about 20 students a year, and I think we've about halfway filled up the class now. So we've got about 8 spots left. So if that interests you, go to masterclasscannabis.com and follow the links to sign up for the 2024 cohort, and you can get in on that. And we've already announced some of the guest speakers. We usually have around 10 to 12 guest speakers that come on, different scientists and colleagues of mine, clinicians, growers, all sorts of different people. A lot of people that have been on the Curious About Cannabis podcast before. So you get a chance to talk with these people, learn from them, and really develop a network. I mean, these cohorts really, you're with everybody for 6 or 7 months. You get to know each other. You get used to being around each other, and it creates a really special dynamic, I think. So that's the Curious About Cannabis Masterclass coming up March 2024. We're already halfway signed up, so if you're interested in that, go to masterclasscannabis.com, go get signed up, and you can save the most money if you just pay the full registration fee at once. But if you need a payment plan, there's no credit checks or anything like that. You can just choose what payment plan works for you, whether it's the 6 months, 12 months, whatever. And I think for as low as about $80 or so, you can secure your spot and then just be making those payments over the next year as we get into it all. So if that works better for you, go check it out. Registration will cut off just as soon as I hit the 20 student mark or so. So check that out. Some other updates going on. The virtual campus, if those of you have played around with the Curious About Cannabis metaverse experience that I put together, there was a big system update that kind of broke it, and I'm in the process of rebuilding it. So if you're wondering where that went, or you try to go to it and it's password protected, it's just because I'm having to rebuild it because the whole platform updated, it changed everything, and it was just all cattywampus, and I had to get in there and redo it. So I expect sometime in December I'll re-release the virtual campus, and it'll be better than ever, hopefully. It's definitely faster, a lot smoother and faster. So I think it's going to work a lot better on mobile devices and things like that. So we'll probably do some virtual events inside of the virtual campus once we get that re-released. And then other than that, our member live stream started last month. So if you are a Curious About Cannabis member, we're doing monthly live streams now where I talk about research that's come out lately, answer questions that people have on their minds. Our next one's coming up at the end of November. So if you want to get in on those, again, that's a members thing. So you go to member.cacpodcast.com, get signed up as a member, and then you'll get the Zoom link information to get in on those. And I hope to see more people in them. It's a kind of fun opportunity to get a few of us together that are really interested in cannabis science and nerding out and trying to understand more what's going on in the kind of the cutting edge of research and everything, and to talk about that. So if that interests you, make sure to get in on that. Otherwise, what else is going on? Like I said, we'll have more podcast episodes coming really soon. And books. So I ran a Halloween book sale and put out a coupon code CAC Halloween to get 20% off of either the paperback, hardback, or the digital version of the Curious About Cannabis book. So if you don't have the book and you want to get 20% off, I just left that coupon code active for a while, CAC Halloween. So if you go to store.cacpodcast.com, any of the books, you can use the code CAC Halloween, get 20% off, including the digital one. So if you want the PDF, you can get that too. So I hope that's helpful to some folks out there. And other than that, I'm just sorry it's taken me so long to come around and post more content, but there's been a lot going on. And some of that I'll dive into on the podcast soon, talk about some of the challenges I've been going through, both cannabis industry related and not. Um, it's really been a crazy roller coaster. But we're continuing. I've got more videos I'm working on for the Quick Questions series on YouTube. So you should see more videos around that. Um, Probably December, January, we'll start having some more episodes of that series. And then, other than that, you'll probably be seeing. Oh, I hear my cat meowing at the door if they're coming through on the mic. Meow. Several other things going on. I'm working on some education stuff, helping to co-author some book chapters for some cannabis science textbooks coming out. Not curious about cannabis, but just other textbooks by other publishers I've been working on. That's all just volunteer work, but you might see the Curious About Cannabis name and my name pop up in the near future around some of those projects. And that's about it. Other than that, if you have people you'd like me to interview, if you have research papers that have caught your eye that you'd like me to talk about, I want to get feedback on what topics you're interested in, what you want to see from the future of the podcast. I'm really at this place where I'm trying to figure out where to take everything. We've been doing this since 2019, and I feel like Curious About Cannabis is due for some sort of clarification in terms of just how it's all going to come together and just what it is I'm doing here. Been making videos, making podcasts, making courses, trying to get it to come together in a cohesive way, and I'm still working on that. So I'm very open to feedback. So please let me know what you're interested in, what's working for you or not working for you as far as the Curious About Cannabis platform goes. Let me know who you want me to talk to. Just let me know. Let me know what you're curious about, and look forward to making more content to help address some of that. And I'm also working on putting together more events, um, bud tender trainings and beginner trainings and that sort of thing. So if any of that interests you, drop a comment, let me know, reach out on social media. If I don't get good feedback on an event, I usually will postpone it or cancel it. I experiment with a lot of things. So don't assume just because I throw an idea out there that it's going to happen. I usually will pick people's brains, kind of see if there's much interest. And if no one comments or no one responds at all, or, if I don't get any sense that an idea I'm pitching is kind of vibing with anyone, then I'll scrap it and move on. So definitely let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you want to see. And with that, stay tuned for more podcast episodes coming out in the next month and more videos coming out this winter. So I'll also be endeavoring to do more live streams in the interim since it takes me so long. I mean, if you don't know, I edit and produce everything on here. So it takes time. It takes me a lot of time to edit podcast episodes, edit videos, get everything put together. I'm definitely a one man show here. So I'll endeavor to do some live streams so that we can get some videos going a little faster while you're waiting for me to get done with post production and everything for the Quick Questions series and some of the other stuff. So, with that, oh, one other thing. We need sponsors. I almost forgot. We are entering, getting towards the end of the year. We need sponsors for 2024. I'm planning on reducing the rates for sponsors to try to make it more accessible. So if you have a company, if you're interested in sponsoring Curious About Cannabis and you want to get mentioned on the podcast, in the videos, and throughout the Curious About Cannabis ecosystem, reach out and let me know, because we definitely need the support to keep going. So I think that's everything I have. So to kind of come back around, we've got the masterclass. Go sign up at masterclasscannabis.com. We've got about 8 spots remaining for that. If you want to get access to the courses and more podcast content, go become a member at member.cacpodcast.com. And if you want to get discounts on books, use code CAC Halloween and get 20% off at least through the next week. I'll keep that code active. So that's everything for now. With that, stay curious, everybody. Take it easy, and I will catch you very soon on another live stream here, probably in a week. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.